Join us, the head coach of the Cavalier football team, Dane Damron. Coach, week 2 of the spring football season, coming off really an instant classic. It's unfortunate one team had to lose in a quadruple overtime game against perennial power Carson-Newman. We'll start there. Your thoughts, impressions on game 1 of the first one in over 400 days?
No, I thought our kids went out and competed their tails off. I thought Carson-Newman, did a good job. Anytime you're playing a team that has a new coach that's taken over, even though he was there, in the past, he's going to try to put his stamp on it. So we tried to prepare as much as we could for him running the veer, which is what Carson-Newman is known for, and tried to mix in some other stuff that we thought they might do. I thought defensively, we played really well, for about 50 minutes. Very seldom, since I've been here, have we given up 17 points in 10 minutes, which was kind of, uncharacteristic for us. But, we got the defense in overtime and didn't allow a touchdown. So that was the defense side of the ball. I thought we did a great job containing the rushing game and doing some things. And then offensively, that's by far the best we've been offensively since I've been here. We've upgraded our talent, which is always good. And so I thought offensively, it was good to see us get a chance to be up 10 points. We can't turn the ball over in there. I think if we got up 17 points there when we turned that over, if we don't fumble that ball, we go in and at worst get a field goal. I think that puts them in a different frame of mind. But it was good to see once we did give up the lead, our offense drove right down the field and then scored a touchdown and gave us a chance to win the game. So, but then in overtime, we've got to score touchdowns when we get the ball on the 25-yard line. We can't rely on field goals. So I thought Drew Cassidy did an incredible job kicking field goals. And, they hit one more field goal than we did. So, that's the game.
Your team, Coach, at the receiver position and tight end, 2 guys go over 100 yards. Caleb over 100 yards. Keyshawn over 100 yards. Newton had a big game. Goddard had a big game. And both your quarterbacks, I thought, played well.
Yeah, that was encouraging to see. We didn't know exactly what to expect from Lyndon coming off. He had labrum surgery in the fall. And he's progressively gotten better. And, so he threw the ball well. And I thought Garrett Kropp did a great job. I think that's the best we've been at that position. Our goal coming out of this spring season is to try to find a guy. And, those kids are doing an unbelievable job competing. Garrett got the lion's share of the reps in that game. He's gotten the lion's share of the reps in camp, But this coming week we'll play Lyndon a little bit more. And, and see where we go. But Dorian Goddard is a beast. He makes us a much better football team. Caleb Martin is really good. He makes us a much better football team. And I think the moving Keyshawn, the offense, definitely paid dividend. I think we're pretty good at wideout. I think we've gone from last year wideout just being a position, that we put on the field to this year, being something that people got to understand that we're pretty good at that position. Excuse me.
Looking at Limestone, they played one game. It was a couple weeks back against West Alabama. Jacoria Patton rushes for over 100 yards. They rack up 183 rushing yards in that game. Your team against Sevier held them to 2.5 yards per carry. Talk about the importance of stopping the run and establishing the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball here Saturday.
Well, I think that's every game. We've got to make sure that we stop the run. That kid does a really good job. Coach Turk, I think he does a great job putting defense in conflict, formationally and the way that he calls the game. And so we'll have to do a great job with that. They got that wide receiver transfer from Mercer, I believe, number 1, who's a good player. So they were very balanced against West Alabama. I'm a whole lot more worried about us. We got to get our kids healthy and ready to rock and roll. And, I know Limestone is thinking the same way, but, I don't think this has anything to do with them. We've got to run the football a little bit better. Didn't run the ball hardly at all in the first half, which was kind of by design. In the second half, we were able to run the ball and get some chunk plays in the running game. We're deep at running back. I don't know that we're great at running back, but I think we're really good at running back. And, our kids have bought in at the running back position to make sure that they know that, we're just going series by series. We're putting the kid in and letting him get his reps. And because that's what it's all about is getting ready for the fall of 2021 and seeing where we're at. And, those running backs are going to continue to do what they're doing, and we'll see how we run the football. But we'll have to stop them running for sure.
Coach, I'm not a big fan of talking about COVID, but it is your first road game. let the folks know a little bit, maybe some of the challenges COVID presents in terms of traveling on the road for a game as opposed to a home game. It's 7 o'clock kickoff. Maybe some things you're doing different because of COVID as opposed to a normal season.
I mean, the first thing is we're taking 3 buses, instead of, I don't know that budgetarily we could afford 3 buses and staying all night. It's just a 4-hour trip, that's probably a little bit too far, in all honesty, to do a day trip. But we did that last year when or whenever, 2019. I don't know if you call that last year or what. Last time we ever played a football game. We traveled to Tennessee Tech day of, and, I thought our kids handled it well. So we'll take 3 buses. That gives everybody their own seat. They'll have to wear their own mask the whole time we're on the bus. And we'll actually stop at a full service hotel to eat, because they'll have banquet rooms where they can spread us out. I've talked to different coaches. Some have, gone to a buffet style meal because Golden Corral, I guess, those places are still open, but you got to try to do your guys in shifts. And, so we're going to probably spend a little bit more money than we would if we were going to a Golden Corral, but we'll be able to have our team in there and spread out, in a good manner. So, I mean, it is what it is, Daryl. We gotta do the best job we can. We've not had a COVID case here on the football team, knock on wood, since the end of January. So our kids are doing a very good job doing what we asked them to do. This week kind of scared me just because we were bringing, when the parents were here to watch the game last week, of course the kids are going to go out and eat with them after the game, and they should. I wasn't going to tell the kids you can't hang out with their parents because they're not in your bubble. But we've tested twice now and had zero positive, so we'll test again on Friday to see where we're at.
Coach, stay safe. Thank you for your time. Fans, kickoff Saturday from Gaffney. It's 7 o'clock kickoff. You can listen locally on 92.5 FM or online at WLSDradio.com. Coach, thanks and good luck.
Thanks, Daryl. Appreciate you, buddy.